We are together again, just praising the Lord. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, we had a series of teaching on husbands. What do you want? Eh? Now we want to go to wives. Wives, what? No, husbands, what do wives want? What do they really want? What are they looking for? Now, you realize that we had shared more about the relationship, and we touched so many areas that actually helped the women. But what we are going to do today, we're going to have additional things, supplementary, something that we'll confine ourselves to those real things that this woman is looking in the husband. One, a wife desires to be loved. They are looking for love. But, you know, one thing that confuses women in men is because women, we say they do not compartmentalize. When a woman say, I love you, especially when they respond to the feelings of men, especially when now you meet and this man is so romantic and you see that I love you. When a woman say yes, it is in a complete way. Her soul, body, mind, everything is in that yes. But funny enough, a man can say yes and can say I love you so much, well, he means I want to have sex with you. And I always ask women this question. Most of the men, when they do sex with you and they are done, just as you have a story in the book of Samuel about Amnon, I think, and Tamar, when that man was burning with love, burning with what they call love. After sex, he said, throw this woman away. I don't know to see her. I always ask women, why do we have such hatred? When somebody you had sex and those powerful moments of hot love. Women should understand, please, sex is not love. And as I said the other day, sex is signature. Love is the letterhead. You can't make letterhead to be signature and signature to be the letterhead. That letter will not work, will not be accepted. That's why some marriages are not working. You can't have that. That what preceded, what came first is sex and feelings. And you came now to have mind to think about what's going on when you already had 2 children and have spent 2-3 years in somebody's bed, somebody's house. You are discovering who this man is when you have spent all your energy, all your feelings on him. I want to tell women, we cannot allow that again. And I risk to every woman some discipline. However sexual you feel, and this man has really instilled those feelings on you, stop it. Tell this man, I would like first of all to understand you. We cannot consummate marriage that has not been there. We cannot consummate love that has not existed. When you have sex, it's as if you are confirming marital love, which is not there. And I tell you women, you come with all your feelings. Man can come with only that small organ you see there, and he's done. And it's so painful, so discouraging to women. Most of the women that we counsel, you realize that, how do you get married? We met one evening, and we had sex, and I became pregnant, and I stayed in his house. That cannot mean marriage. That man later asked him, can you please explain steps and facts that led to your marriage? He has nothing. His mind has not married you. His heart never married you. But because you are young, tender, attractive woman and very good in bed, that man keeps you there. When it comes now to adverse situations in marriage, this man cannot cope with you. He has no commitment to that area, because what he is committed to is sex, and you are better to perform it. Nothing else exists in a relationship. And yet to a woman, such kind of relationship means marriage. Please, those who have done that, can you please bring that husband? Let's sit together and see how we can make your marriage reasonable, rational, and practical, now that you are able to think, that now you are able to reason. Now, wives are looking for love. And they need it in two areas, in words and in actions. Women are so much moved by words and by actions of love. And that's why a man who wants to sometimes to deceive you, if you're not careful, can do some actions, and produce some words, just to get you somewhere. But we need to be very careful about it. But it's good that men know that the wife needs words of love and actions of love. The wife also desires to have sex with a husband that is preceded by love, and that kind of sex that causes this woman to attain the climax of the action, orgasm. Women feel married when you as a husband get him to the climax of the action. It makes her feel, I am married and I'm okay. If it does not happen, please do not blame each other in bed. Try to work it out. Try to work it, because if your husband has problem of premature ejaculation and you blame him, the husband feel like you are trying to make him understand that he is not a man in bed. Some men will be forced to prove they are men by reacting elsewhere in finances and other things. So it's not an issue. Understand, help each other, and attain that, because you are a married couple. And also, they want sex that is preceded by words, good feelings, good actions of love. Actually, women may not so much be pleased by words as they grow older, although you need to have good words, but they value actions. You move a woman with action of love so much as they grow older, as they grow up, as they grow. And the wife would like to have a husband who is a leader, a husband who is a leader. You know, some husbands, when you get married, just stay there. For you, marriage is waking up, going to work, coming back home, maybe have some food, sleep, waking up, it's okay. But a woman will demand something else. He would like you to tell the family, what is the next item? What is the next step of this family? Are we going to buy a house? He would like you to lead in short term, medium term, and long term goals. Most men just stay on, you relax, you are a good person, very cool. But a woman who is married, especially when they give birth to children, the woman does not just need sex and to be told I love you. He would like to know, where are we getting to? Now we have these children who are young. What is their future? What is the leader of this house saying? Now, men, when you get married, it's not just an issue of good feelings. Prepare yourself to offer leadership. The family will demand that. And some men who fail to offer leadership, when the wife demands it, you react. You say, now, you mean you want to command me? You mean you are... No. Please be true. Be true. Be true. And allow your wife maybe to understand you. It's good to offer leadership. Another thing that a wife she want a husband who is able to come up with a decision maker. You don't stagger aloud. You don't stagnate. Now you are getting to Christmas. The wife would like to hear the husband. Just come with a suggestion. And let's have leadership in that season. Your children your maybe firstborn has attained school age. Don't wait until the wife push you aloud. Offer leadership. Offer leadership. I say to you, men, please, you are not just there to relax. You did not get married to relax. You got married to meet the demands of leadership. The family want a leader. You are the one. The family also want a husband with a decision maker. Wife will like a husband who is a supplier to the house. At least when you get out there, you bring some supply to the house. Yes, that house is the main station of the family. That house is the headquarters of the family. You may have a good office, good computers, but bring one for the family. You may have good furniture in the house, but bring good furniture to the family. You may have good utensils at the place of work, but please buy good ones for your family. At least women feel good when the husband is a supplier of things to the house, and also you replenish the resources of that house. The wife wants a husband who is available. Available because wives sometimes have things to share. They like talking. They have so many words. And sometimes the wife would like to have a husband, although she may not share so many maybe things that you understand. She wants somebody to give stories. Today I wake up in the morning, I did this, I saw this, this was the report on TV. Such stories. You know, just appreciate the stories. And you know the wife so much like operating on the feelings level. And don't frustrate her sharing. Let her talk. And they like that moment with the husband where she can share some stories and where they can just be together to develop some ideas, especially on daily basis if possible. The wife wants a man who is a husband, who is a listening husband. Yes, listen. Just offer that ear. Listen to her. They desire that. The wife wants a husband who leads the marriage until it has set systems. You lead the family until the family has procedures and policies and systems. That the family, after 2-3 years, it has some procedures, way of doing things, policies. Let me say something. When children grows up, because the children grows up with your marriage, they are able to notice our dad and our mom lead this family in this policy, this procedure, until children feel the house has a direction. And when they grow up, they decide to have a family like that one of their dad and mom. Please lead your family to a level whereby that family has policies, procedures, has systems. That's very important. We have financial systems. Read your wife. You have even sex habit. Read your wife. There is the way you wake up in the morning. Even the children know this is our habit in the morning. This is our habit on Wednesday. This is our habit over the weekend. Form some spiritual and ministerial habits for the family, so that children can understand the church in the house. They don't have to wait up Sunday, because if you take the family to the church on Sunday, it's very important. But let the church be an extension of what goes on in the family altar, family prayers, so that the interpretation of life, of spiritual life, can be complete, even the children. Now, the wife wants a husband who actually appreciates her cooking and eats her food. You know, they spend a lot of time cooking the kitchen, maybe 2 hours. That's a lot of work. If somebody comes along and say, I don't know to eat, sometimes, however patient, good you desire that woman to be, she will feel bad. And I said to you, women don't compartmentalize. When they feel bad, it is in everything. You go to bed, you want sex, you say, no, you refuse to eat my food. And then you husband tell the woman, the wife, that is food, this is bed. To wife, when you have problems in food and she is ugly or discouraged, it is everything. If she's not spiritual or wise enough, it can go even to in-laws. I think that's an issue. Now, another thing that the wife wants, he wants a husband who understands her. They always demand an understanding husband. And sometimes you may not understand your wife if you have not spent enough time with her in many aspects. And the wife also wants a husband who recognizes her as a wife in all areas. She wants to be conspicuous. He wants to be unique to you. That when she is among other women, she feels, I am unique to that man. You see there. I'm unique to that man. As much as husbands want to be number one and unique in the hearts of their wives, wives has more demand in that area. That's very, very important, and God will help us. The wife wants a husband who is open to her. Open to her. It makes her feel that she is worthy and she has value. You are open to her. There are things she knows, she handles about the husband, and she knows about the husband that are not shared with other people, because she is unique to you and she has value. That's why the other side, men demand a wife who can contain those things. Remember what we shared, the other side. The wife wants a man that she can put hope in, without fear, without any contradiction. She stays with you without of hope. There are wives, you ask them, is your husband truly your husband? They don't know. is your husband. Do you know your husband loves you? They don't know. Can you please put a hope in that woman and she becomes strong when relating with you? Wife desires words of compliment whenever they do something good, or they dress in a new attire and new hairstyle. You know, they are made that way. They love praises. They love to be recognized. Not only themselves, even what they wear. And they never grow old to avoid that. They are always wives who has that desire. You know why whenever you see a woman dressing, you notice she wants to be recognized. Look at me. I'm dressed in a very simple way and I feel comfortable. If my wife comes here and she knows she's going to appear in that camera, she will dress in a very powerful way. The best clothes, best hairstyle, because beside appearing here, she wants to be recognized not as a wife, but in her dressing and hairstyle. That's who they are. And I hope they will remain good and faithful to that. And wives, sometimes when we fail in that, please remind us and forgive us. Because sometimes wives demand that so much until they force us to bow. Don't you know I have a new dress? And sometimes when the wife is not so clear, she can put additional word. Or you have another person to recognize or to appreciate beside me. No. And sometimes maybe you are tired and maybe you are to do it later. It's good to understand each other and also to have marriage whereby whatever weakness or failure we have, we are committed to a healthy, successful marriage. That is very important. A wife wants a man who has a heart to forgive. There are men who fail to forgive. And all your life, you've kept bitterness and issues that even when your wife gets to menopause, you still mention them. She wants somebody who forgives, and you are committed to that. Wife want an assurance, a very strong assurance of the marriage, not only life. I want to be assured that the commitment of this man to me is single commitment. This man cannot and you never allow any other woman. And what do they expect? They expect the husband to have a certain self-control when you get out there. You know, brothers and sisters, you can't tell us that you are so strong that you live loose life with women and expect to be good. The wife, I always tell people, any married man has a perimeter wall, has a hedge that keep away all other people and allows in only your wife. The same with wife. There's a perimeter wall around you. That perimeter wall in physical, in feelings, emotions, that allows only your husband. Practice that even when you are alone in China, in Dubai, in UK. Practice that. Let people know they can't come too close emotionally. I remember one time I was in London and there was this man who ordered the wife, take the key to our cars and drive Bishop round city of London 24 hours. I said, no. I said to the wife, no, that cannot happen. Why do we have that? Your husband say, you know, Bishop, my husband always say, you are saved and you don't joke around with other people's wives. I said, although I'm trusted that level, will not go with you alone. Let me call another pastor. You'll be our driver, and you have another pastor. Odd number sometimes is good. And you practice things that shows that your marriage exists even when your wife or your husband is not around. Because sometimes you go downtown and you find women with young men, women of maybe even pastors, women of men that you know. You find now men at the place of work, the way they relate with those girls. The wife wants to know, I'm the only one in this marriage, and my husband practices that wherever he goes. May God bless you so much. We may not complete this, but at least you have some understanding on what the wife expects. Remember, the topic is husband. What is your wife expecting? What do this wife expect from you? What do the wife want? Actually, what do your wife want? Let's make things clear. Let not try to make it so philosophical. What you are presenting today are practical facts. It's not things that we study in books. This is things that are practical, that can work right away, and you get things better. Try it. Do it with all your heart, because you are committed to healthy marriage. Remember, you are growing old. Don't stay like you are strong throughout. You are on market. As a strong wife, a strong girl. No. Please, raise a family. Grow old. Bless your family. Retire. Go to heaven. You are living a progressive life that you never repeat any stage. God bless you. God keep you. From today, your marriage is anointed and blessed. Receive the word of God. Receive the blood of Christ. Receive the word of God. Don't try to make your marriage modern by using the opinions of the current world at the expense of God's word. Keep God's word as final. God bless you. God keep you. Let's meet next time. Thank you.